Morning, Amy. I'm hoping this is going to record the right way round. So I'm having a bit of a problem with my camera these days. Let's just close the door. We're going to look at order of operations. You've already seen it a little bit by yourself, but it's been 2 weeks. So because you were away and because of everything that's been happening. So it's been almost 2 weeks, I think. Right, so the order of operations means we have to think about the order in which we actually work things out. And it's quite an important basic root of a lot of things that we do in maths. And that's why we had to kind of rewind and go back to this when we were doing algebra, because, you know, we had an issue with the order of operations. So you really need to learn this properly. We have, the first thing we do is we work out anything that's in the brackets. We look for order, which means powers. This is powers. So like when you have, hang on, this pen's not. So for example, you have 3 to the power of 2, it means 3 times 3. Or 5 to the power of 3 means 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, so you prioritize those second. Okay, you can see here division and then multiplication. Actually, they are in the same priority. So if you see division, multiplication, you will always do those before you do addition and subtraction, which also have the same priority as each other. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you do subtraction or addition first. It doesn't matter subtraction before addition or addition before subtraction, or both at the same time. They have the same priority. Now let's have a look at a couple of examples just to remind you of what you were doing. So looking at the first example, we see we have addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. Do you remember when we were saying you tie in the multiplications and divisions together? They belong together. It's like they're stuck together. So you're not going to say 8 plus 3. Because it's not 8 plus 3. 3 belongs with the 2. So I'm going to work this out, which is a 6. So I'm going to write everything else in order that it appears. So we have an 8. Then we're going to plus, these two are tied together, the 6. And then we're going to subtract, these two are tied together. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And now everything has the same priority. 8 and 6 make 14. 14 minus 2 is 12. There we go. That's my answer. Now let's look at this second one here. Right, we have the same sort of thing. It's just similar to the previous one. Let's tie the divisions together. Let's tie the multiplications together. Let's tie these divisions together. So what do we have? We have 7 minus 9 divided by 3 is 3, plus 6 times 2 is 12, minus 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now what we can do here is we have some positive numbers and some negative numbers. So instead of going 7 minus 3 plus 2, we can just collect the positives together. We have 7, which is positive, and 12. Remember, whatever's in front belongs to it. So 7 and 12 make 19. And now let's collect the minuses together. Minus 3 minus 12 is minus 5. So 19 minus 5 equals 14. Or the other thing you can do is you can just go 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 plus 12 is 16. 16 minus 2 is 14. However, it's good to learn the collection method, because if you collect, then when things get more complicated, you'll find out that for yourself that it works much easier and your mind is not going all over the place. Now let's look at the third one. The third one has something different from the other two in that it has a bracket. And what does BODMAS tell us about brackets? BODMAS tells us that we should work out the bracket first. Okay, so let's work out that bracket. So what do we have first? We write them in order that they appear. 4 times, let's work that bracket out. It comes out as 7. As soon as it's come to a single number, we can just ignore the bracket. It doesn't exist. If it comes to a single positive number, we just don't write it, basically. 4 times 7 is 28. And that's my answer. Okay, let's move on. Example 4. We have addition, we have Multiplication, we have a bracket. Let's work that bracket out first. Like we said BODMAS means brackets first. So we have brackets, order, which is the powers, division, multiplication, which are together, and addition, subtraction, which are together again. Okay, so let's work out that bracket. That bracket is 5, but I'm not going to write it first. I'm going to write it in order that they appear. So some people actually put like a little, they can just say 5 here, just to remind them. Okay, so I have 25 plus, that has now come to a single number. I don't have to write the bracket anymore. 5 times 2. So we now have addition and multiplication. Let's do the multiplication first. Multiplication division comes before addition subtraction. So it's 25 plus 10. 25 and 10, we all know, is 35. That's finished. Let's move to the next one now. Question 5. Question 5, we have a bracket. We're going to do that first. Brackets always come first. I will just copy out the rest. 30 minus 20 divided by 2 and 3 make 5. Okay, we could even write this kind of differently if we wanted. We could just say this is 30 minus 20 divided by is over 2 plus 3. Can you see? It's actually underneath. Yeah, that 2 plus 3 is underneath. You put the bracket there if it helps you. Because divide always means over, doesn't it? Okay, so it's 30 minus, we're doing the division first, 4. Yes? 30 minus 4 is 26. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Again, we have brackets here, so we're going to do the brackets first. Now, inside the brackets, we have order or powers. Okay, that's the second one. Okay, so we will work out order. The squared obviously belongs to the 2. So we'll do the powers first. So we have 4 plus 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4, times 20 minus 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9. We're carrying on working out the brackets because we haven't come to a single number. That's why they still exist. You do not remove them until you have a single number. So what is 4 plus 4 is 8. That's a single number. We have the multiplication, and 20 minus 9 is 11. So 8 times 11 is 88. And this is going to be the final question we do as an example. We have 2 cubed, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is not 6. So be careful with that one. 2 times 2 times 2. 2 2s are 4 times 2 is 8. So this is 8 plus, let's work that bracket out because they're together. So 8 minus 2 is 6 squared because we have the squared outside. Yes? So what we're going to work out now, we're not going to say 8 plus 6 because 6 has a power. Okay? So 6 is of order 2, which means it has a power of 2. What is 6 squared? It's not 12, is it? No. 6 times 6 is 36. So 8 plus 36. So 8 plus 36 is 44. And that's that. Okay? I'm going to attach a sheet for you to do that looks a little bit interesting. You just have to work out what each one is using the codes above. And it should be a little bit fun because BODMAS is always a little bit bland. So I try to find something a little bit interesting for you to practice on. Okay, that's it for now. I will send you, I want those in as soon as possible, and I will send you the next one as soon as possible. We have to try build ourselves up because we are a little bit behind with maths. Okay, speak soon, Amy. Bye.